guys, welcome to the Stanley parable. Oh, what just happened with my mouse? And here we go. The bottom of this freaking game is cut off. It makes me so mad, but I can't get to do anything. So I guess we'll just have to deal with it. I'm really hoping my phone doesn't make a noise because I was messaging Talon.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh my gosh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, okay, I get to play now. Oh, we move fast.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe he went to work on Christmas and they don't have Christmas work? I don't know. This is like really weird.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do we have to, or maybe? No, we shouldn't do it. Don't tell me.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
What a little smart aleck.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
This guy's mean.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, we'll do it, because he's... Oh,
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
This is creepy. I kind of want to go down there. No, I lied. No, oh, I changed my mind. No, this is creepy. I don't like it. Oh, ooh. Oh. Okay. Oh, I forgot to set the timer.
But
Just
Stanley
sitting here
didn't
doing
want to
this
go
thing.
back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
I saw the light happen and... well, there's no other option, so I guess I'll have to go left.
Oh, no,
Whoa.
it's to the right, my mistake.
Don't be rude.
No, not the right, the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What
I don't wanna go
was
through
I
these,
thinking?
no.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Paper's rustling.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely... This is the story of a man named
No,
Stanley.
thank you.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I thought it wouldn't let us go, and I was like, that's not
Employee
fair.
number 427's job was
Whoa!
sat at his desk.
No, this isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Orders came to
Quick,
him
Stanley,
through a
close your
monitor on
eyes.
his desk.
Okay.
Telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and improve.
Am I kidding?
This is what
It's all
employee
rubbish, man.
427
The whole
did
story
every
completely
day,
unusable.
every
How
month,
about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Stanley
And this
managed
time,
every
suppose we
moment.
don't wander so
Oh,
far
we got
off
fired.
There would
Okay,
be made
from the top.
of this job.
No, I don't. Hey,
Stanley.
we were making good progress. Oh, now we're not listening to you at all.
And then one day, something very peculiar
Wow.
something that would
All of his
forever
co-workers
change
were gone.
Stanley.
What could it
Something
mean?
he would never
Really?
quite
Stanley
forget.
decided to go to the meeting room.
He had been at
Perhaps
his
he had
desk
simply
for
missed a
nearly an
memo.
hour when he realized that not
I'm
one
pressing the right
single
button.
order had arrived on the monitor for him to
When
follow.
Stanley...
No
Wait,
one had showed
wait,
up to
what?
give him instructions.
Call a
No, I
meeting.
restarted.
I swear,
Even
I
say,
definitely restarted the game over.
Never in
completely
all
fresh.
his years
Everything
of the
should be...
company had this happened.
did something
this
change?
complete isolation.
Stanley, did you
Something
change
was
anything
very
when we were
clear.
back in that room with all the monitors?
Shocked,
Did you
frozen
move the
solid.
story somewhere?
Stanley
or-
found himself unable
Don't
to
look at
move
me.
for the
Why am I
longest
asking
time.
you? I'm the one
But
who
as
wrote
he
the
came to his
story.
wits and regained
Yeah.
his
Right here just
senses,
a minute ago.
he got up from his
I know
desk
it's
fault.
and
It's
stepped
here
out of his
somewhere.
office.
I
Okay
wanted to.
then.
Why
It's
are
an
the chairs in front of the
adventure.
door?
Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Eeny, meeny, miny, whoa.
All of his
We were supposed
co-workers were gone.
Let's go to
What
this
could it
one.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the
What?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Oh,
a
this
memo.
is such a riveting adventure. Oh, I found a door. Okay. What the heck? No. We want to progress forward. Come on. Is this gonna be boring? Like,
When Stanley
Nope,
came
not
to a
boring,
set of
just
I'll
like-
say
open
it.
doors,
This is
he
the
entered
worst
the door on his
adventure I've
left.
ever been on. I can promise you, there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
trippy.
Well, I find
This
it
was not
unlikely
the
that
correct
we'll ever
way to the
progress
meeting
by
room,
starting
and
over
Stanley
and
knew
over
it
again.
perfectly well.
But it's got to be
Yeah.
better than
Perhaps he
this.
wanted to stop by the
Okay, let's give
employee
it a
lounge
shot. Why
first,
not?
just to admire it.
That was the worst adventure ever. This is
All of his
hilarious.
co-workers were gone.
Yes,
What
truly
could
a
it
room
mean worth admiring?
love
Stanley
it.
decided to
It had
go
really
to the
been
meeting
worth
room.
the detour
Perhaps
after
he had
all,
simply missed
just to
a
spend
memo.
a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley
Okay.
simply stood
Okay,
here,
so two is
drinking
here?
it all in.
What?
Okay, yep, it's worse.
But
I might be
eager to get
remembering
back to
this
business,
wrong.
Stanley
It's
took
possible
the
the
first
story
open
is
door
back
on his
where we
left.
just came from.
Okay,
Why
let
don't
me
we
out
go
then.
back the other
And so he
direction
detoured
and see
through
if we
the
missed
maintenance
anything?
section, walked straight
Well, this is
ahead
not
to
a
the
jerk now,
opposite
it's just
door,
kinda like, oh,
and
come
got
on, guys,
back
let's
on
go.
track.
You guys see anything? Oh no? Okay. I'll help you out. Yeah. Yeah. Stop being so sure.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The
Oh, what?
story. Here it comes.
Story. This is.
No, wait,
great.
never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head
Stanley
back the
didn't want
other
to go
way
back to the
and
office.
retrace our
He wanted
steps.
to wander about and get
Hey,
even further off
this is a
track.
new weight
So
loss
now, in order to
program.
get back, he needed
What?
to go
No. What?
This
This
now
is trippy.
here
Well, I'll be
it's,
honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Left. Is this the story?
I don't think so.
I can't quite recall, but I believe my story
What
took
now?
place in an office building. Oh, no.
Is that correct?
No,
Yeah.
it's to the right.
No.
My mistake.
Pretty
Do you
sure.
remember, Stanley?
That's
Well, do you know what? Since
No,
I've
don't
completely
have
forgotten
you.
what we
Not
were
the right.
supposed to be doing,
Why would I
how
have
about
ever
they
said
said
I
it was to the
swear.
right?
You win.
Congratulations!
It's clearly...
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
He's really not a
good
jerk.
job.
Thanks, dude.
No, let's-
Awesome.
Oh, you went down right,
I
left,
don't feel right
down,
about this at all.
left,
We both
right.
know you didn't put in
Yep,
any
okay,
actual work
okay,
for
yes.
that win.
Yes,
I've
I
got
ran
it
around
now. Win this
somewhere.
story is
Square.
absolutely
And this was not one of those
this
situations.
way.
Yeah, huh?
Okay? I'm getting
I thought it
weirded
was
out by
you.
whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Bro. Bro, no. Nuh-uh. I won.
No. This isn't right at all.
All
You're
right,
not supposed to
I've
be
got a
here yet.
solution.
This is all a
This
spoiler.
time, to make sure
Quick,
we don't
Stanley,
get
close
lost,
your eyes.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line.
Kidding.
How simple is
It's all
that?
rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
He's gonna be mean.
How about, rather than waste my time
rude.
trying to salvage this nonsense,
No,
just
I'm
restart
down. We're
the
leaving
game
it up to
from
the line
beginning.
from now on.
And this time, suppose we don't
Okay.
wander so far off track.
Is that line just like have a
okay,
little T
from the
by it?
top.
Is the line really trademarked? Wow. Okay. Oh, it's so tempting to go the other way. Apparently he's
You see,
leaving it up.
all
The
of us
line
knows
workers
where
were
the
gone.
story is.
What could
It's
it
over
be?
in
Stop
this
trademarking the line.
direction. Stanley decided to
Onward,
go
Stanley,
to the meeting room.
to destiny.
Perhaps he had
Destiny.
simply missed a memo. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? When Stanley... Or to put it another
Yeah.
way, is the story of no destination
No, I
still a
restarted.
story?
I swear, I definitely
Stop.
Restarted the game over completely fresh. Everything should be
implying a journey
such that
Hey.
a destination is inevitably
Stanley,
conjured into
did
being
you change
via the
anything
very
when we were back in that
manifestation
room
of
with
the
all the
nature of
monitors?
life
Did
itself,
you move?
of
Whoa,
the
whoa, whoa.
story somewhere, or that got a bit
Hold
weird
on.
back there.
Why am I asking
Well, I'd like to
you?
apologize.
I'm the one who wrote the story.
Sure where I was going
right
with all
here
that.
just a minute ago.
You know what?
Jeez. I know for
I
sure
think
that
what
it's
we
here
need right
somewhere.
now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Isn't it?
Okay.
Come,
Oh,
Stanley.
ow, my ears.
Cut the music. Go back
Okay.
and look at that fern.
What?
I'll say it. This is the worst
Stanley,
adventure I've ever
this
been on. I
fern
can
will
promise
be
you
very
there
important
definitely
later in the
was a
story.
story here before.
Make sure you study
just
it closely
do we need to
and
restart
remember
the
it
game
carefully.
again? You won't
Well, I
want to
find
miss
it
anything.
unlikely
that we'll ever
What's
progress by
happening?
starting over and
I
over
love this
again.
game. Oh
But it's
my
got to be
God.
better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Okay, yeah, that looks like a fern to me. I don't know what a fern looks like, but maybe that's the story.
Wait,
that's
what?
not a fern.
We're
All
back
of
at
his
the office.
co-workers were gone.
No. What could it mean?
No.
Stanley decided
you do
to
know
go to
we're
the
looking for
meeting
the
room.
Stanley
Perhaps
parable,
he had
right?
simply
The
missed a
story?
memo. Is any of this ringing a bell?
Not a.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to
Still
us?
got fired.
And after we trusted you,
I might be
after
remembering
everything
this
we've been
wrong.
through,
It's
you-
possible the
Oh,
story
I
is
can't take
back
this
where we
anymore. To
just
hell with it.
came from.
Restart. Why don't we go back
Hell
the
with
other
it.
direction and see if we missed anything?
Really? No, I don't like this. Really? No.
You know what, Stanley?
What? Okay.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done
Still
for us?
trademarked.
We're intelligent people, right? Why
knew
can't we
we'd
make up
miss
our own
something.
story?
The
Something
story.
exciting,
Here
daring,
it
mysterious. Oh,
Okay.
this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we
No,
simply
that's
start
weird. That's
wandering
weird.
and,
Well,
well,
that's
I
weird.
don't know. How
Okay,
about
let's head
this
back the
the
other
other way and retrace our steps?
What opened up? What? What opened up? Where's this direct? Oh, okay.
Now this,
Okay, yellow.
well, I'll be honest,
we're
I don't
yellow
recognize this
again.
place at all.
Yes.
Is this
the story?
is exciting. Just
so.
me and Stanley
I can't
forging a
quite
new
recall,
path,
but I
a
believe
new
my
story.
story
Well, it
could
could
be
be anything in an
So
office
exciting.
building.
We
Want our story to
Is that
be.
correct?
Go wild.
Do you
Use your
remember, Stanley?
imagination.
Unicorns.
Whatever it might be,
Unicorns.
Stanley. Since I've
Unicorns.
completely
I'm
forgotten
ready
what we
for
were
it.
supposed to be doing,
Unicorns.
how about this? You win!
Unicorns.
Congratulations! Stanley.
You
I
was
also
trying
want
to
to veto the line from having any really role in paid our off. So,
awesome new
good
story.
job. No lines
Awesome.
or monitor rooms. Oh, just don't acknowledge it. No, we should have felt
It-
right about this at all. We both know you
Trademark
didn't put in any
was-
actual
was
work
funny,
for
I don't
that
know
win.
why.
Some people win fair
Oh.
and square,
Oh,
and
but
this
that
was
is
not one of
interesting.
those
No,
situations.
that's a story, dude.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
What?
I don't
What
what
might
might happen this time. We get
like
to
this.
make a decision.
Start.
From here, the
Okay.
story is in
We're gonna
our
go to the right.
control. How important
tells
we
us.
mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact,
Yep.
I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
All right,
walk in circles
I've got
for
a
minute.
solution.
This
Yeah.
time, to make sure we don't get
So
lost,
I know that
I've
each
employed
door
the
has
help
to
of
lead
the
somewhere,
Stanley parable,
which means that
adventure
somewhere,
line, the place
just
where
follow
we're
the
trying
line.
to go.
How simple
there
is
must
that?
be a reverse door that leads here. And that in
Yeah.
turn means that our destination
the little-
corresponds
No, I'm
with
done.
the
We're leaving it up to the line
counter-inverted
from now
reverse
on.
door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the
Absolutely where I
answer
wanna
is
go.
clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic, you see?
Come,
the line
Stanley.
knows where the
Our
story
destiny
is. It's over in
awaits.
this direction.
Okay,
Onward,
I was like,
Stanley,
please don't-
to destiny.
I really want to go to the other
Nope.
one.
Here's a thought.
Huh?
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the
Kind
story
of
of
no.
no destination still a story? Simply
Has
by
it really?
moving forward, you're telling me implying a journey
That's what this
such
is.
that a
Are
destination
you
is inevitably
serious?
conjured into being,
And we're supposed to restart the game
manifestation of the nature of life itself.
times?
Whoa. Hang on.
That's really how
Got a bit
all
weird
this
back
goes?
there. Well, I'd like to
all
apologize.
Determined?
Sure where I was going with all
So
that.
now, according to
You
the
know what?
schedule, I
I
restart
think what
again.
we need
Then
right
what?
now
Am
is
I
a bit
just
of
supposed to
music
forget?
lighten the mood.
Okay, so
What
we're
if I don't want to forget?
Oh gosh, still lining.
Blank slate. You will miss something.
Oh, look at the eighth one. Oh. Find out the story.
Cut the music.
Please
Go
restart
back,
right now.
and the timer stopped.
That would have been funny.
Does that mean
oh.
Did we do it? Stanley, did we
This
break the
firm
cycle? Will be
No,
very
the
important.
eighth
Whatever it is that
percent.
made this schedule, make sure
How
you
would we
study
even
it closely.
know?
And remember
Will
it
someone
carefully.
come for us?
You won't want to miss anything.
something happen?
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story.
We're back at the
Wouldn't you
office?
agree? No, I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination
Line,
or the
you
journey.
do know we're looking
They're
for the
all
Stanley
saying that
parable,
life
right?
is about
The story?
journey and not
Is
the destination.
any of this ringing a
so
bell?
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll
Oh,
find
one, the
out,
fifth
won't
one,
we?
read it.
Eventually. No.
Oh,
Again, how could you have done this to us? And after we
So
trusted
funny.
you, after everything we've been through,
Wants to continue, but he
oh, I
can't.
can't take this
And the game
anymore. To hell with it.
Oh, no.
Restart.
And now he's gonna forget. And I didn't read
All of his
this
co-workers
one.
were gone. What could it mean?
Oh my
Stanley
gosh.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I can't wait
say
to restart
forget
number
the
8.
adventure
That's
line.
hilarious.
What's it
And I
ever
wanna
done
find
for
that
us?
library.
We're
Please actually
intelligent
be a
people,
thing.
right? Why
can't
can't
we
Stanley
make up our
came to
own
a set
story?
of two
Something
open doors.
exciting.
This was
Very
not the correct way
mysterious.
to the meeting room, and
I
Stanley
should've
was
done the other
perfectly
one, sorry.
doable.
Why don't
Perhaps
we
he wanted to
simply
stop
start
by the
wondering,
employee
well, I
lounge
don't know,
first, just to
how
admire
about this
it.
direction?
Wait, was that
Wow.
the real ending?
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section,
yes,
walked straight
this
ahead to
is
the opposite
exciting.
door,
Just
and got
me and
back
Stanley
on track. Forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Okay.
What do you want
Wait,
our
what
story to
is this
be?
an action?
Yet there was not a single
Use
person
your
here
imagination.
either.
Tips for not
Whatever it
getting
might
fired.
be, Stanley,
Don't get fired.
Stanley
for it.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, not you!
Oh,
Coming to a
really? Not gonna
staircase,
restart?
Stanley walked
I'd also like to
upstairs
veto
to
the
his
line from
boss's
having
office.
any role in our
Oh,
awesome
okay, I
new
guess it's
story.
not gonna be
No
restarted.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We
That's
should be fine.
hilarious.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
All books.
Shocked,
Oh, hey.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
a
secret
choice.
was being held
We
from
get
him
to
make a decision. What he could not have known the story was that the keypad behind the boss's
How
desk
important
guarded
we
the
must have
terrible
the
truth
opportunity.
that his boss had been
I
keeping
believe I
from
need a
him.
minute to think.
And so
What
the
is
boss had
this?
assigned it
Circles
an
for a minute.
extra secret. Okay. So I
Two,
know that each
8,
door
4,
has to
5.
lead somewhere. But of
Which means
course,
that
Stanley
somewhere
couldn't
the place
possibly
where
have
we're
known
trying
this.
to
go. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, and that Stanley happened to means that our destination by corresponds
Freaking
with
hilarious.
counter-inverted. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. So starting from the right,
really was
let us
confused.
ask:
That was
will
that's
taking the
weird.
right door lead us to where
Oh,
we're going?
oh, hey.
And since
How
the
do you miss
answer
that?
is
I
clearly
don't know.
yes, then by all accounts,
was the
the
ending,
door
and I
on the
was
right was
confused
the
'cause it
correct
worked.
one. Another victory for logic.
I don't want to go downstairs.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny
Whoa.
awaits.
Hello? Okay.
Oh,
You guys
hold
heard
up. What's
me?
this? Descending deeper into the
confusion
Stanley
ending.
realized he
You're
felt a
telling
bit
me
peculiar.
that's
what
It
this
was
is?
a stirring
It's
of
all one
emotion in his
giant
chest,
ending.
as though he felt
And
more
we're supposed
free
to restart the
think
game
for
for
himself, to
eight
question the nature of his
times?
job.
Yeah, what the heck?
Feel
Really
this
how
now,
all this
when for
goes?
years it had never
It's all
occurred to him.
determined?
This question would not go
So now,
unanswered
according
for
to the
long.
schedule, I restart again. Then what?
Well,
Am I just supposed
that'd be
to
awesome
forget?
for elders, like,
Well, what if I don't want to
come over
forget?
afterwards and be like,
My
"What?"
mind goes blank.
Stanley
simply
walked
because
straight
it's
ahead
written
through the
here on
large
this
door that read
thing.
Mind Control
wall.
Facility. Well,
Oh, did he
who
really
consulted
know?
me? Why don't I
What
get to
did he
decide?
say?
Although
Why
this
don't
passageway
I get
had
a
the
say in
word
all of this?
escape
Is
written
it
on
really?
it, the truth was that
No,
at the end of this
can't be.
hall,
I don't
Stanley
want it
would
to be.
meet his violent
I don't
death.
want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this.
No.
I won't restart the game.
Oh, I
I
have
won't
to go
do it.
now.
I
The door
won't
behind
do
him
it.
was
I
not
won't
shut.
do it.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Does that mean
At this point,
No.
Stanley was making
Did
a
we break the
conscious,
cycle?
concerted effort
The,
to walk forward,
whatever it is
and
that made
willingly
this schedule?
confront his death.
How would we even know? Will
Is the door
someone
behind us
come for
shut?
us? Will something
wonder.
happen? So,
No.
okay.
I just tried to shift.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a
Did we
kind of
really?
story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure
No.
if we're in the
Oh, we lit,
destination
okay.
or the journey.
I
Though
swear
they're
if it
always
starts
saying
over.
that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I think that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
What?
But in the meantime, as the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
No.
he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
No.
Stanley can't see the big
Can we not,
picture.
like, go back?
He doesn't know that all of his co-workers were trapped forever in his narrow vision of what Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Perhaps his death was simply his loss, like plucking
Yes.
the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned,
Oh my gosh.
willingly accepted this when Stanley came to a certain
No, he
triumphant
didn't. No, he
door.
didn't. No, he didn't. No, he
This
didn't.
was not a Stanley
Oh
did,
my
and
gosh.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
No.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Farewell, Stanley, cried
Yes.
the narrator,
This
as Stanley
room.
was led
But
helplessly
eager
into
to
the
get back to
enormous
business,
metal jaws.
Stanley took the
In a
first open
single
door on his
visceral
left.
instant, Stanley was obliterated
And so he
as the
detoured through
machine
the
crushed
maintenance
every
section,
bone in his
walked
body,
straight ahead to
killing
the
him
opposite door,
instantly.
and got back on track.
That's scary. What? Do we live? Awesome.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I don't like this.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Okay, I
hoping
guess
he
we'll
might
do that.
find an
Oh,
answer
of course.
there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is this the darkness? Everything?
And yet it would be just
Stepping
a few
into his
minutes
manager's
before
office,
Stanley would
was once
restart
again
the game
stunned to
back in
discover
his
not an
office, as
indication of
alive
any
as ever.
human life.
What exactly did the
Unraveled,
narrator think he was
Stanley
going to
wondered in
accomplish?
disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark
Bro, I don't
secret was
know.
being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad
Where
behind
are
the
we?
boss's desk guarded the
Okay.
terrible truth that his
What?
boss had
When
been
every
keeping from
path
him.
you can walk
and
has
so the
been
boss had
created for you
assigned it
long in
an
advance,
extra secret
death
pin
becomes
number.
meaningless, making life the same.
2845.
Does it
Do you
really
see
though?
now?
But of course,
Do you see
Stanley
that Stanley was
couldn't possibly have
already
known this.
dead from the moment he
Yet
did
incredibly,
start?
by simply
No.
pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What? So this is where we start. And then... Dude! And then here's the two doors, and then that's where all hell breaks loose. Awesome. Here's our desk. Whoa.
Descending deeper into the building,
Are there buttons
Stanley
down?
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
Were you
question
into
would
that?
not
Maybe
go
number
unanswered
4?
for long.
Well, and here's your the game if you want to know. Hey, Steam support, man.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
impeccable
Mind Control
narrator.
Facility.
That's cool. I just want to. Who's the others?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was
Who's the
that at
other
the end of
narrator?
this hall, Stanley would meet his violent
I wonder who
death.
she is. Yes. We'll never know. Oh, there's a second room. Okay. Filing cabinet. So thank you.
The door behind him was not
Oh,
shut.
there's two more.
Stanley still
I
had
think
every
that's it.
opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh no.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
This is weird.
and willingly confront his death.
Oh, there's different. Oh, cool. We can see all the endings. Okay. Do you guys like faintly hear the narrator? A countdown does. There's a countdown ending? That sounds crazy. There's a countdown through.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. Yeah. Is that really what a pause menu looks like?
Farewell, Stanley,
it is.
cried the narrator,
Cool.
as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
And bye, Beauts.